Hey there, guys. Doodly Squatch here, and I've got a treat for you today. A little bit of fanboying. Going to talk about someone I'm a big fan of and really enjoy, that sort of thing. So, away we go. So, as you can tell by the reference photo in the corner, I am a big fan of Hunter, aka Papa Meat, also known as Meat Canyon. Really like his style and the way he draws, his storytelling, just all around very cool guy. Um, Trying to think of the first video of his I came upon. It was probably, ooh, think back. Probably his Nikocado one. Probably before then. I don't know. Just his stuff would pop up all the time on my socials, and I would just see the animations. I didn't know who the dude was doing it. I was a big fan of Flash Gits and those guys, and they had done some collabs with him as well. So I think that's probably the way I got turned on to his stuff, or at least to find his stuff. Um, but yeah, big fan of his stuff. Thought it'd be fun to try and draw him and toss in something of like one of his creatures. At a young age, I loved drawing monsters, and usually they would have big, stretchy, wrinkly skin and lots of teeth. If you ever want to make something scary, just slap more teeth on it, more eyeballs where they don't belong, that kind of thing. Um, well, yeah, trying to figure out how to draw Hunter, not make fun of him, but still do it kind of how he would probably draw himself. I don't know. He doesn't hold back. I don't have that in me to just straight rip on people. But it's still fun. I like his way of portraying people to where you can definitely tell who they are. Uh, and it's like caricature art where he's gonna hone in on something you're probably self-conscious about. You got a big nose, that sucker's getting bigger. Or if you've got big teeth, gaps in your teeth, anything like that, he's it's gonna become just ridiculous. And I love that about his stuff. It's very wild and brutal. And then um, just his Papa Meat channel as well is really fun and inspiring to me, where he just kind of goes off on topics that he enjoys. That's half the reason I wanted to do this. I don't have a big fancy studio, but I love talking. I love sharing, that sort of thing. So doing doodles and talking about just whatever, if it's related to the doodle or not. My hope is to eventually get some people in here with me where we can just gab and chat, and I can be doodling while we do it, because if we were to hang out in person, that's pretty much all I do. I'm always scribbling on stuff. I've got just piles of phone doodles and stuff I've drawn at work, or just idly scribbling. A lot of it tends to be monsters and spooky stuff, and or just whatever. Someone might suggest something, and oftentimes people have really good ideas, as long as they're not asking me to draw them or something like that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Uh, Hunter and I are similar in age, so I think that's another reason why I'm kind of drawn to his content, and just him as a person, is that he's got a lot of characteristics of people born around the same time as me. Just similar opinions, attitudes, that sort of stuff. I love his crazy curly like mullet hair. It's just bananas, and all his interesting tattoos. And when you see his set, he's got like a barn where he's got all these sets built out, so where he can do his recordings, and seeing all the stuff he collects, the Night of the Living Dummy guy, and he's got the Goofy mask from the Blood and Honey movie, and then he also works with Creature Kid, and they make a lot of sort of creatures for him. His computer and his oven, Sleepy Boy in bed, and just they keep going. They just made a toilet for him. It's horrifying. But I love that sort of stuff. I love that he involves other creators and gets people, uh, expands their business to keep his stuff going, and that it's kind of a community thing, and it's what I could only dream of. And good example here where I changed the coloring on the meat on his shirt. Once I got far enough in, my eyes finally adjusted, and I realized that's not meat colored. Joys of being colorblind, folks. But it's a goal of mine to be able to get to a point where I can get my friends involved or get other people involved and figure, make anything. Gosh, I'm not that ambitious guy. I've been involved in a lot of projects, and what they always need and what they always had was a ambitious guy at the top, kind of business minded guy. And you'll find that artists are very much not that. My buddy Sean Koss has his own clothing line, and big book of illustrations about mental health that gets used in colleges now. And I'd say a lot of that is kind of thanks to his buddy Mikey. Mikey's got that business mind. That boy's all about it, and he's got Sean on it, and it's been amazing to watch those guys get big and grow, and I love it. They're great. Love those guys. Any means necessary. Check out their clothing. Check out Sean's art. It's good stuff. Love it. I like that. Hunter looks like Santa Claus right now because his beard's not colored in. Give him an idea of what he'll look like as an old man. Yeah, but still figuring this thing out. Still, figuring out editing, figuring out if it's more productive for me to just sort of gab over my own speed draws, or if I should just go like a live stream and then have my son just cut out the dead air. Nobody likes dead air. Learning how to talk and sort of keep a flow going so it's not a bunch of ahs and ums and hus, that sort of thing. Even figuring out how to get this the image centered on the darn video. That's hopefully I will have figured that out in upcoming videos. We'll see. As for this creature, it feels very, very Meat Canyon-y, and also a lot of it comes from watching The Substance recently. If you haven't seen that yet, I definitely recommend it. There's some great body horror in it. It's Cronenberg without the Cronenberg, and that's okay, because I don't know, his last few things just haven't quite done it for me. But seeing the finale of The Substance is just great. Trying to describe it to my wife, I was basically crying, laughing, talking about it. And I love seeing all the, it's great seeing all the behind the scenes stuff that's been going on with it lately, and being able to really get a good look at the makeup effects. It's just so good. Trying out using the select tool this time, trying to get better at isolating things so I can color it and not have so much cleanup afterwards. That's this is good. Trying to push myself, learn new things. Artists do tend to fall into a rut and use the same tools over and over and not really get out of your comfort zone. Nobody likes being not good at something. It's more fun to be talented and remain looking good in that sort of aspect. Whereas when you try new things, there's a possibility of messing up, having it not look good. But yeah, what else is there to say about Mr. Meat Canyon? It's great with voices. Just listening to Hunter talk, he's the fact that he does most of the voices for his stuff, and he's able to do these high and whiny kind of voices and way the hell down here deep voices and all that. That's really cool. I don't know how he has that range, or it'd be fun to see him do voice acting in some kind of capacity. Also, his wife is a talented artist as well. She's been doing her own stuff, and it's kind of funny that my wife is more drawn to her videos where she's talking about their like barn animals and keeping their farm going and that sort of stuff. It's kind of more her style. So it makes me laugh that our spouses are similar. Not in a creepy parasocial way. I'm not going to seek him out, that sort of thing. Yeah, just the fact that people we admire online are often just normal Joes, and they have family members, all that stuff. It's good to have a good, honest view of the people you watch. It's shouldn't fool yourself into thinking, oh, we're friends now. We haven't met, but we're friends now. You and me, Papa Meat. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be great. No, not like that, and nothing like that. Yeah, that's about it for this one. Here's the victory lap. Little bit of white outlining, and here we go. But appreciate you watching. If you have suggestions of what I should draw next, artists I should check out, YouTubers I should check out, I'd love to do a dive on something new and check them out, learn all that. But until next time, hey, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, do the social stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.